Yeah. The person who agrees with everything you say is either a fool or they're just about to skin you. I once knew this guy who was so good that people used to go round to his house to bash him up for not paying his debts. And when they got there, he would start talking to them. And after a while, they would leave without laying a finger on him. But before they left, they would give him more money. Are you curious to know what he said to them? So am I. I would have paid money to watch that conversation. And as it turned out, some people did. They paid a lot of money to be part of that conversation. Now, I wasn't there, so I can't tell you what he said. However, I can tell you about another conversation that I did see. And it might give you an idea into how this guy's mind operated and give you an insight into the person who was a master in the art of the con. Saturday morning in a country town in Australia, I was having coffee with friends at my favourite alfresco cafe. And I just noticed walking up the street towards us was one Peter Baker. Just under 6 foot tall, with an easy smile. He looked a bit like a young Brad Pitt with a beard. And as he made his way towards us, suddenly from across the street, another guy spots him and calls out, "Baker, where's my money? Where's my money, Baker?" Now you could see, now this guy was taller and bigger and angry. And you could see that he was upset by the tone of his voice and the look on his face. And he started striding diagonally across the road towards Baker, who just stopped and looked at him and dropped down like a gunfighter out of a western, just about to draw his 6 guns. And he looked directly into the eyes of this guy walking towards him. And this guy didn't let up. "Baker, where's my money? Where's my money, Baker? You promised." "I needed that money. My business is going broke because of you. I needed that money. My wife's just left me." Now, this had nothing to do with me. I was just watching. And I was starting to feel a little bit scared. And he walked right up to Baker, and he stood about this far away from his face, and he didn't, and he kept on unloading. He said, "Where's my money, Baker? You're scum. You are the most evil person God ever put breath into." And he kept on going for another minute or so. And then finally, he ran out of things to say. So these two guys are just standing there looking at each other. And finally, Baker, who'd been standing like this the whole time looking at this guy's eyes, stood up straight. And in the softest, sweetest, most beautiful what, Simon? You're absolutely right. I'm a skunk. I'm a slug. And then he stamped his feet in the ground. He says, and I hate myself. But I'm going to be up there tomorrow working real hard to get that money for you. Because I let you down. And it grieves me. And then he just looked straight into Simon's eyes. And it became a classic case of whoever speaks first loses. And after a while, finally Simon, all he could come out with was, okay, Pete. And then Baker said, now Simon, you and I are going to have to sit down and have a cup of tea and a bit of a yarn about this. But at the moment, I've got a number of pressing matters to attend to. So, keep in touch. And then he turned and slowly walked off through the crowd as if nothing had happened. And Simon, well, he just stood there, stunned, dumbfounded, and humiliated. Just another victim left on the side of the road by the person who was a master